I only got one more night. I'm gonna live out loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of night they make movies about.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back. We live. We active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. Let's talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. The finale, episodes 5 and 6. Yes, I watched these episodes 5 and 6 back to back because I didn't get a chance to watch episode 5 when it originally released. And of course, I know I'm late. Episode 6 dropped about a week and a half ago. Whatever. I'm just now getting to it. This is my review. You got a problem with it, you ain't got to watch. You can leave the channel. But let's talk about it. At the end of episode 4, Obi-Wan successfully rescued Leia, and he was on his way to return her back to Alderaan. Little did he know, Reva had planted a tracker on her droid. Her little droid from the little robot from Batteries Not Included is now evil. And it was actually the cause, so that's how the episode starts. They're on the little base getting ready to transport her back to Alderaan when her little robot goes off and disables the base so they can't take off, and then the Empire shows up and they start to attack the base trying to get to Obi-Wan. There's a nice little battle where Reva comes down with a squad of stormtroopers and the little rebel, the remnants of Obi-Wan and his crew. They put up a little defense. They fight off trying to save the innocents. In the battle, Talia gets shot. She gets killed, and her little droid that I forgot, the gangster ass droid, the mech droid that saved Obi-Wan. They both get murdered. But she uses a thermal detonator to blow up some people and give them some time to get away. At least long enough to get to the next door, you know what I'm saying? So that barrier's up. And then Reva tries to negotiate with him, or Obi-Wan tries to negotiate with Reva, and they have this conversation, and that's when Obi-Wan discovers, oh man, you were a Padawan on Coruscant during Order 66, and you saw Vader. That's how you know. He realizes that she knows who Vader is. He figures out that's how she knows who Vader is, and she realizes that's where she came from. So that's that revelation. He also makes the revelation that she is actually trying to kill Vader for revenge for what he did. That's why she's trying to get in good and get close to him so she can kill him. So Obi-Wan's like, I can help you with that. And then he kind of manipulates her and manipulates Vader in a way to help the people escape throughout the end of the episode. He basically surrenders, you know what I'm saying? And she calls Vader to tell him, hey, we got Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan says, no, you're not bringing me to Vader. I'm bringing Vader to you. And so she was like, all right, whatever. So while they wait for Vader, while Vader comes down, Obi-Wan does this thing. He escapes. And there's that dope scene where they're about to take off on the ship, and Vader just comes and grabs the ship with the Force and just rips the ship apart. But then you see it's a decoy ship, and the real ship takes off, and Vader's like, all right, I'm out of Force powers right now. I guess you guys just get away. My Force powers is recharging. But then you get the creme de la creme of the episode when Reva sneaks up behind him and tries to kill him, and Vader's like, bitch, I'm the Sith Lord. You're not going to take me out. And he bodies her. Doesn't even use his own lightsaber. He just uses the Force. That whole thing where he's just like, it was dope. He broke Reva down with the Force. And then when she broke out her lightsaber, he took it, broke it, tossed it to her, was like, let's do this. Broke her down real quick. I mean, she was no match. And I loved it. That's exactly. Vader was OP. Bodied her real quick. It wasn't a fight. He didn't even break out his saber. He killed her with her own saber. And then as she's laying there dying, as he stabbed her in the stomach, she had the vision of him when she was a child. She's laying there, and then the Grand Inquisitor, who we thought was dead, shows back. We knew he wasn't dead because he shows up in Rebels. But he shows up and he's like, yeah, bitch, revenge is best served cold. You know what I'm saying? And then him and Vader walk off evil together. And then she realizes that Obi-Wan had dropped the little communicator that Bail Organa had gave him. And so now she knows the location of Luke back on Tatooine. And she's going to go talk to Owen about that. And that's really how the episode ends. And it ends with Obi-Wan on the ship, and he catches the feeling that something's wrong. And he doesn't really know what it is, but so yeah. So then episode 6 starts with right where it picks up right where we left off. They're trying to escape, and the Empire is still chasing them. They're still on their tail. You know what I'm saying? Still chasing them. And O'Shea Jackson's character says something to the effect, "We got a bad motivator. The ship's damaged. We're not gonna really be able to escape." So Obi-Wan's like, "I'll distract him. He wants me. I'll take the little pod and go a different direction." Oh, real quick, in episode 5, they had the B storyline of Leia using her droid. Leia was trying to figure out a way to get the gates open so they could escape, and her droid, she ends up fixing her droid, and her droid stops being evil, and they end up fixing it so they can get out. That was her whole B storyline while all the stuff with Vader was going down. Anyway, back to episode 6. Leia, excuse me, Leia stays on the ship with O'Shea Jackson and all those guys. Obi-Wan takes an escape pod and gets Vader to follow him, because you know Vader's like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay with Obi-Wan." The Grand Inquisitor's like, "Man, we should probably follow the ship. We could get rid of the Jedi, the path, and all that." Vader's like, "F that. Obi-Wan burnt me alive. I'm fucking him up." So they follow after Obi-Wan, of course, which leads to this great. Meanwhile, the B plot: Reva goes to Tatooine to confront Owen Lars and basically to kill Luke. You know what I'm saying? They have a little showdown. Owen and Beru strap up. They fight off Reva. They're not really no match for her. Obviously, she's way stronger than them. Luke runs away. She chases after him. He gets knocked unconscious. She can't. She tries to kill him. When she's about to kill him, she sees herself as a kid, and she's unable to do it. That's basically everything that happens in the B storyline of the finale. Back to the A storyline. Obi-Wan is on the planet. Vader comes down to the planet, and they scrap. They have a good fight. Well, better than not. It wasn't as epic as the episode Revenge of the Sith fight, obviously, but it was still very good. Obi-Wan's back strong with the Force. Vader recognizes it, so they have a really good fight. It's this one scene where Vader uses the Force. He's like, I mean, they're going at. They're using some old school moves. Obi-Wan does the little twirl thing, and I love when Obi-Wan does his little fight pose that he's done in all the movies. It's really good. It's very good. This is a good scene, man. The scene where Vader uses the Force to break the ground, and he gets the high ground on Obi-Wan, then he tries to bury him in the rocks. Obi-Wan uses the Force, blows the rocks up, then he uses the rocks and starts throwing them at Vader. It was very good. I liked all of that. But the creme de la creme, the scene that made the whole episode, is after Obi-Wan had basically defeated Vader. He smashes him, you're saying, starts to use him, you're saying, gets the advantage, cuts him across the face, breaks his mask. Very reminiscent to the fight between Ahsoka and Vader in Rebels. If you haven't ever seen Rebels, you definitely should go watch it. But there's that scene when he finally sees, and you see where Vader gets that scar that we see in A New Hope when Luke takes his mask off and he's got that big chunk missing in his head. This is where Obi-Wan did it to him. So yeah, there's that, and there's that great scene when he sees Anakin's face burnt. He's like, "I'm sorry, Anakin. I'm sorry." Man, you can see the tears. You can just see the genuine hurt that of what has happened to his friend. And Anakin says, Darth Vader says, "Anakin Skywalker is not your failure. I killed Anakin." And then he gives a little evil smile. And Obi-Wan's like, "Then my friend is truly dead. I will do what I..." And he said, no, at the beginning I loved at the beginning of the fight. I almost forgot that. Darth Vader walks up to me and said, "Are you going to destroy me, Obi-Wan?" He said, "I will do what I must." It's just a great callback to the Revenge of the Sith. But anyway, at the end of the fight, after Vader says, "I'm the one that killed Anakin," you just see Obi-Wan is just broken up about it, but he's finally able to move on and process it, and he's like, "Then my friend is truly dead." And then they just said, "Goodbye, Darth." And that's the first time he acknowledges him as Darth, which is what he refers to him as in the episode 4, which is the next time he sees him. I thought it was a great scene. Obi-Wan, you know what I'm saying, leaves, right? Vader's there. And then we get there, and then once Vader gets back to the ship, he's sending out all the probes looking for Obi-Wan, and he's talking to the Emperor, and the Emperor was like, "I feel your judgment's a little clouded in this situation." He's like, "Nope, I'm loyal. It's all you," even though we know it's not. I love the Sith. The Sith just don't trust anybody. You can't trust them. So the season ends. The series ends with Obi-Wan returning Leia back to Alderaan, having his little mini reunion with Bail Organa, and then as he says goodbye to Leia, he gives Leia the blaster holster from Talia that we see in Episode 4, and you see her getting dressed. She's got on the boots, looking more lore accurate to the Leia that we know in Episode 4. And then her and Obi-Wan have a great scene. She said, "Will I ever see you again?" He said, "You never know." And he tells Belle, "If you need me, call on me. We got to be careful." He said, "You make sure to be careful so nobody knows," and stuff like that. So he sets up, giving that connection to why she doesn't know him and everything in Episode 4. It works out pretty good. I buy it. And then we get the scene. He goes back to Tatooine to continue to watch over Luke. And he gets a scene with Owen where he tells Owen, he said, "You know what, Owen, you're right. I apologize. We're going to let him just be a kid. Let him be a kid for a little bit." And Owen's like, "All right, cool. I appreciate it. Much respect." They come to like a common ground. Owen's like, "Hey, you want to meet him?" And so he's like, "Yeah." So it's true. He had never really officially met Luke. So he just watched him from a distance. And then he goes over and we get the line. "Hello there." "Hello there." Ewan McGregor just embodies the character of Obi-Wan, and this was really good. It was really well done. He gives him the little toy that he ends up playing with in Episode 4, and then he goes off into the desert, and we finally get the Qui-Gon Jinn cameo. Qui-Gon shows up and said, "What took you so long?" And he said, "Master, I've been saying this." He just took. Anyway, that was a great scene. They walk off into the sunset together into the desert. And there you go. That's the end of the series. Now, while I really, really, really liked how the series ended, it was really great. This episode was awesome. I like the Reva character a lot. I don't understand why so many people have something against the Reva character. My man Tyrone Magnus just really did not like her, and I like Tyrone Magnus, and I love his channel and I watch him all the time, but I disagree with him on that. I thought she was a great character, and I mean he's. Not everything is woke, Tyrone, you know what I'm saying? I get it, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I agree with you that sometimes they be... But I feel like they weren't doing that with it. I just thought she was a good character, man. You know what I'm saying? Those people that was really criticizing her was absolutely racist, man. They was absolutely racist. Her character was good, man. But anyway, and I love the scene of her and Obi-Wan when she realizes she couldn't kill him. She tells Obi-Wan, "I couldn't kill him." He's like, "That just means you're not evil." So it's great. So yeah, I thought that was a good scene. I thought her character arc was good. I mean, come on, man. I think Tyrone be watching too many of them racist white boys on the Trump side, but it's whatever. And I get it. He's not conservative like that, but he's a little conservative. So I'm gonna ease up on Tyrone, but he needs to do more education and stuff like that. Listening to Charlie Kirk and shit. What the fuck? But I digress. The series overall. If I had to give this series, I'd give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Because while I love how it ended, there was some stuff in the middle. I was like, yeah, it was alright. But overall, I do like the series. I'll probably give it a strong 7. Yeah, I do like the series. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He just really embodies his character, and he just does such a good job. So anyway, that's my review of Obi-Wan the series, episodes 5 and 6. You guys know how we do. If you like, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications so you know when I upload. Check out the travel vlogs, man. Sweatbox Travel is official. If you planning a vacation, holla at me. I'll hook you up. I got details. I'll get you the best deal. I'll tell you all the best spots, wherever you want to go. Holla at your boy. Until next time, you know how we do. Peace. 100, y'all.
I'ma go to the ends with you. I'ma go to the end with you. I'ma go to the end with you.